sind heute hier bei der Familie Trimbach in Ribeauvillé. Jean Trimbach neben mir. Große Ehre, wir stehen inmitten des Frédéric-Emile-Weinbergs, nämlich zwischen Osterberg und Gaisberg, die zwei Grand Cru-Lagen, die diesen Wein ausmachen. Und auch wenn der Jean eigentlich alles versteht, was ich sage, möchte er trotzdem lieber auf Englisch sprechen. That's why we are switching to English now. Jean, it's a great pleasure to be here, and I've never been in the vineyard of Frédéric-Emile. It's your most famous wine next to the icon Clos Sainte-Thune. So what can you tell us about?
Yes, well, I'm very happy to be with Kate and Con here, and thank you for having me, Katharina. It's not my fault if you have never been here before. There is always a first time, but I'm sure that it's not your last time. So yes, we are just sitting in the middle of the Grand Cru, as you said, Gaisberg here, Osterberg here, and in fact, Gaisberg is turning like this and is facing south, when Osterberg in my back is facing east. Therefore, Osterberg mostly takes advantage of the morning sun, and morning sun is not as hot as Gaisberg south facing. So it's usually 2/3 Osterberg, 1/3 Gaisberg, and Osterberg brings the vibrancy in the wine. Osterberg brings the backbone, the energy in the wine. The soil where we are from Gaisberg to Osterberg here is rather similar. Say Osterberg 200 meters more like east is a little different, but for Frédéric-Emile it's basically the same. So the exposure, the sun exposure, makes a rather nice difference. The soil is basically limestone, but beautiful limestone and sandstone underneath. And of course, if you look a little closer to the soil, we also find a little bit of Muschelkalk. I think everyone knows what Muschelkalk is, which brings the finesse and the vibrancy, the energy into the wine. So we are having 2005 in our glass, which is drinking extremely well, and 2005 was a wonderful sort of classic, a little hot, but not hot perhaps like today, a little hot vintage, which after so many years now drinks extremely well.
We just had the idea that it's like a salty caramel.
Salty
very
caramel.
wine, I have to say.
Yes, and see, it's so good that I have a little fly into my glass, and I don't. We like the flies, we like the biodiversity. Of course, this is all organic for 12, 13 years now. And those vineyards age, average, say, 60, 70 years old. Deep roots means more minerality, more dry extract, more intensity, more energy, more of everything. And after that, of course, comes into the picture the family and my brother Pierre and our son Julien, who are handling the vineyards. Vineyard is one thing. What you get from the vineyards cannot get better. What you get from into the cellar cannot get better. But what you have to manage is to lose nothing from the harvest, picking, to the winemaking. And my brother Pierre with our son Julien are in charge for that. They are the so-called winemaker. I don't like this English term, but they give birth to our wines. And if collectors, if sommeliers, if passionate people like we are talk about the Trimbach style, it's because we are talking about great vineyards first, of course, but also the family behind. The family behind in the cellar, in the entire, so to speak, process.
That brings us to a very important topic. You are the 12th generation, I think, and you just told us that you you're lucky enough to have the 13th generation already next to you. All the 4 children of you and your
Fabulous.
Pierre are
Fabulous.
in the company.
Yes, it's a pure joy to work with the next generation, to give them the passion, but so to speak, the passion they have already, because we never discussed the fact that they could eventually come in or not. They came in naturally. So it was always in our respective families, Pierre and myself, it was always about good food, good wine, good ambiance, relationship, and passion. And little by little, I guess they all made their way to the Trimbach winery, and we are very happy and fortunate to be able to work with them. So it doesn't mean that Pierre and I are retiring, but little by little, we are making sure that what we inherited from our family, from our parents, we will give them in possibly, hopefully, in even better shape and on all sort of points, So, but I think we are on the right way, but who knows?
Yeah, and as your dad is not retiring, because I learned that he's still tasting with his grandson, which is a great thing to see, and it makes us really proud to work with you like a real family business. So thank you so much. Last question. We have to talk about Clos Saint-Thune. If it comes to Trimbach,
comes
to Clos Saint-Thune.
We usually don't talk about Clos Saint-Thune because we don't have enough. But still, of course, Clos Saint-Thune is in the next village south, located in Hunavir. If here we are sitting on 2 Grand Crus, Clos Saint-Thune is one single Grand Cru called Rosaquer, 1.7 hectares, producing around 6,000 to 7,000 bottles per year. And again, what people talk, when people talk about le climat, when it comes about le climat, it means the rootstock, it means the roots, it means the vegetation, it means le climat, it means the human being, it means all those little details which make a grand vin, a great wine. And this grand vin, well, we are very fortunate to have it in the Clos Saint-Thune, like we have it in the Frédéric Émile, the 2 pillars of the Trimbach house. Cheers.
Santé.
Santé.